I'm Cal Schafer. This is the Zen Underground, and we're here to showcase and break down our board models. And today we brought this kind of a new model, new shape. It's the FDQ, which is F flat deck, and it's a quad. So very simple. The name's simple, but people shouldn't forget it. But I'm going to talk about this. Kind of fills in that board in between, like a groveler and a fish. Works really well in Southern California, where we tend to not always have a lot of wave energy. Something that has a real mild rocker, still has a little bit more accelerated rocker in the tail behind the wings, just to generate some speed. But we'll break the board down from outline, rail shape, deck, and some of the bottom contours too. So if you look at the outline, it tends to have more of that traditional front part of the board. Will have a little bit of the curve like a fish, but a little straighter rail line, and a little break here with a fluted wing, just to have a little bit of release and have the board have a more feel of a groveler, a little more pivoty than a fish would be. And if you look at this profile, you can see, if we look at the deck side, where we get that being a flat deck, it is more of like a chined rail, but a very, very flat deck. So you can keep the board quite a bit thinner, than maybe 3/8 thinner than you would ride your traditional fish at, because carrying the volume all the way through. And if we take a little profile of the rails, I'll see if you can get this in the shot. It's more of a chined rail. Still has a little release point in the back of the wing, because we wanted this board to be something you could easily go top to bottom, but still have that semi-parallel outline where you could really have that down the line speed that you get with the fish also. And if we flip the board over and we look at the bottom and kind of break it down, has a little bit of roll, entry in the V, just to have the board be a little bit more forgiving. A single concave right after your front foot, kind of ending right before the beginning of your front fins here, with a double and V running through the tail, just to have the board to just effortlessly go into turns and be a little bit more sensitive. And having the wings does two things. It keeps the tail block a little bit narrower, and has like a release point to keep the board a little bit more pivoty, and you can flick the board around a little bit compared to that of a fish. So you still have that shortboard feel, but you'll still have that speed and that ability to catch waves when conditions are a lot more subpar. So it's a perfect board for summer, and a good board for anybody who's transitioning, maybe not, maybe somebody who's a little bit older, or somebody who's transitioning from riding a shortboard and maybe struggling a little more on the shortboard, and you can have this and increase your wave count. This is the Zen FDQ. We just want to make sure, if you want to see more of this content, more videos and more breakdowns of our board models, to subscribe right at the button down on the right side of the screen, down towards our templates. You see that button, the bell, push that button, and you'll be set. You'll be subscribed to Zen Surfboards.